Tuesday, January 28th, and we get a fantastic slate of game once again in the NBA. And in this video, you are going to get the 4 best player props on the entire slate, not to mention the Sportsbook play of the day. We got a nice plus money play over on the Sportsbooks where one of you could get all of the profits from that play just from watching this video. So make sure you're paying attention, make sure you're locking in, and get ready to go bananas.
Sub to the channel, we drop picks on the daily, dropping knowledge every day, and you don't have to pay me, we just keep stacking wins while the rest moving lazy.
Real quick, before we get diving into all those free plays we have cooked up, if you want a chance to win all the money, all the profits from the play at the end of the video, the plus money play that I have for you guys, go ahead and smash the like button. 100 likes on this video, and one of you, if and when that play cashes, will get all of the profits from that play. And if you're new here, go ahead and subscribe to the channel because I drop these every single day. And if you go over to Winnable, where is down below, my buddy Stan, he's got everything that you need. You can quite literally lock all of these plays in this video in for absolutely free without coming out of pocket. All you got to do is use code FFAPE on Sleeper. You get a free $20, $100 deposit match. Code APE on Chalkboard, free $20, $100 deposit match. And code FFAPE on Better, free $10, $200 deposit match. You can also bet 5, get 50. And Onyx Odds is probably the best option with the promo that they're giving away right now, $15 without depositing. And then when you deposit 10, you get $200 in bonus bets. So absolutely amazing as well. 6 different ways to lock in these plays, and you can get a free 30 days of premium plays for absolutely free just by sending me the proof to the number down below. And that big, beautiful golden W is the Winnable that you just saw on the screen. I drop the cheat sheets every single day. We swept Mondays in the NBA, and Tuesday, knock on wood, we might be doing it again. I hate saying that out loud. I don't want to mush my own bet here, but we had every single game, everything as it stands right now. As long as everybody finishes how they're supposed to, we will sweep again. If not, we will have come very, very close. But either way, a great Tuesday for the free plan. We're a 20-point game from James Harden away from cashing the 4-man. Michigan, they won the game, but they didn't get it done. But I would make that bet 10 days out of 10 days, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Why? Because we got extremely good line value and all of the reads and data were there. You're going to place that bet. Say you do it 10 times, you're going to win about 7 to 8 times every time you place a bet like that. So I'm not mad. I'm mad that we lost, but I'm not mad about locking in that play whatsoever. We got it for minus 10.5. By the time it closed, it was minus 12.5. They didn't get it done as far as the spread goes. They did win the game, but that's just how the cookie crumbles, as Bruce Almighty would say. Every once in a while, you have everything lined up, everything's perfect on the sheet, and then you go ahead, they play the game, and it doesn't shake out how you would like it to shake out. That's just gambling 101 for you guys. But a tremendous day of Tuesday for the free plan. Premium, we'll get into that in just a second. We're doing okay. We are going to have a profitable night, but I am mad about one play. So we'll dive into that real quick, and then we'll get into the free plays in the video because we have something I absolutely love. We're going to do something a little bit different today. I will explain. Nothing too crazy out of the ordinary, but I just want to make sure you guys are aware of it when I get there. But before we get into anything at all, gambling involves significant risk. There's no guarantees of profits, and you can lose some or all of your money. The content in this video is for informational, educational, entertainment purposes only and does not constitute financial or legal advice. Past performance is not indicative of future results. We are not responsible for any losses that may occur as a result of using the information provided here. Viewers must be 18 or older or a legal age in their jurisdiction to gamble. If you have a gambling problem, please seek help. Responsible gambling resources are down below, to include 1-800-GAMBLER in the United States. This video does contain affiliate links. They're all right there on the screen right in front of you. I do receive a commission. You get free money as well. It's a great way to support the channel. It's a win-win-win. Free premium. Everybody's happy, so go on ahead. Use those codes when you sign up for those apps. And why do I read all that? Well, one, because it is true. I mean, a lot of gambling is risky. I don't want you guys to go and unload your rent money because I actually do care about all of you guys watching this video. But secondly, because YouTube attacks us and we're starting to win again. We're starting to have tremendous success, and that's usually when they're on us. So they've been pretty good about leaving us alone as far as I just read that disclaimer there. Because if I get one more strike on this channel, it is kaput, gone, vamos. So down in the description as well, there's something that says YouTube too. It's my buddy's page. So go on and check that out if for any reason this page does disappear, that is why. But I just have to say that disclaimer. And that's also why you have to copy and paste the links. It's not because it's a crazy link that's going to send you to fucking some kind of weird ass site. It's just simply because I got strikes, so I can't earn from the page, which I opted out of a while ago. I had a chance to do so, decided not to. I don't know if you guys see a ton of ads. Hopefully not, because I wanted to keep this as ad-free as possible for you guys. I'd rather just make the money from the sign-up. So go on ahead and use those codes there. But let's get into the recap. Let's get into the free plays. Let's get into the sports books. We got a ton going on in this video. Unfortunately, I can't give away the profits from yesterday's play because Michigan minus 10.5. They only won by like 4 or 5, I believe. So we can't do that, but we're going to try to do that for you in this video. So make sure you're paying attention. Let's get rolling. Let's get rocking. Let's get into it. Now, I'm not going to do a typical recap. I'm just going to straight up show you everything I sent out today in premium. We've had a winning day every single day since the Bears let us down in the postseason when they did lose to the Rams. Ever since then, we have been absolutely crushing it. Today, not a huge day, but still a profitable day, and I'll explain exactly how when I get to that. But I just wanted to reiterate, we did smash Monday's cheat sheet. Tuesday's cheat sheet is right there, right in front of you on the screen there. I drop these every day over in Winnable, so just another reason to join. And we had every single game in the NBA. And last I checked, everything is shaking out how it's supposed to be. The Utah Jazz is the only one that's a little bit worrisome for me, but the live odds are actually plus 5.5, so I think we'll still cover. I actually liked every single team on there to win the game, but the two that I was a little bit like worried about, we gave them the points. Wizards won outright. We didn't need the points at all. No, I didn't take every single favorite today. You don't always do that, but when I deem the team that's going to win, even if they're the favorite, we're going to take them. Sometimes you're going to take all the favorites. Like I said in yesterday's video, I know a lot of people get skeptical, like, oh, all the favorites never win. And typically they don't. That doesn't happen all the time, but that doesn't mean the answer isn't A to every answer on your test, and you have to change one of the answers to B just because it looks weird. Sometimes it just shakes out that way. So hopefully James Harden gets it done for us. He's only at 2 points right now, so it's a little bit worrisome, but hopefully he goes on a run here. He's 1 for 4 from the field, 0 for 3 from 3 points. I can't shoot the ball for them, but I definitely liked his chances in the game today versus the Jazz. I did like the Jazz to either cover or even win. It's 38-38 right now. We'll see how that all goes, but here is exactly what we did in premium, and it's the player props are horrendous. Everything went 1 for 2. Dennis Schroeder did not get it done. We only needed 10 points from him. He did not cover that line. Dylan Brooks had like 18 by halftime. Peyton Watson did not get it done in the PRA department. Bobby Portis had a sensational day on the boards. And then Kenrick Williams did not cover the points rebounds, but Giannis Valanciunas did get over 10 points. Now, I know I butchered those names, but as you can see here, these were all 0.75 units. So if I'm $1,000 per unit play, typically, especially during the week and stuff like that. Bigger events, we go bigger, bigger, bigger. If I really love the play, we throw more on it. So 0.75 on each one of those. So that's right now we're down what? A little over $2,000, about $2,100, I think, doing quick math. But then we did cash the Knicks minus 13.5 up. Now 1,800 unit or dollars on there, sorry. And then we did lose the Red Wings game, but everything's shaken out exactly how it's supposed to on the 2.5 unit play in college basketball. And I went back and forth in college basketball a ton. I didn't know what to take. I liked a lot. I liked a lot that actually we would have won on too, which is a bit annoying. Not taking it, not trusting my gut on some of those. Wasn't sure if I was reading it right, but I love these ones. So sent it out as a 2.5 unit play. And with this play, we will still be profitable in premium, although not as profitable as I would have liked. So that is, it is what it is. We still profited on the night, but the player props just absolutely slaughtered us today. We've been crushing them every other day in premium. So we were due for a bad day in player props, but I'm not worried. We'll pick right back up where we're supposed to be, right where we left off on Thursday. And speaking of this weekend and bigger events, UFC 325, we're blessed with another. We've had back-to-back numbered events here in the UFC, another pay-per-view, another great matchup, Volkanovski versus Lopez. We did pretty good. I won't say great, but we did pretty good in 324, 325. I'm going to build them even better. So if you want to get in there, code UFC on the weekend pass, you'll get 50% off. And you won't get just the weekend. You'll get from time of purchase. We also have the Super Bowl package. Those are the two that I just want to touch on really quick, because with the Super Bowl package, you get the ladder play every single day. You get the premium plays every single day, all the way until the Super Bowl. And then you get all the Super Bowl plays as well. And it's the price of like half a week. So get on over there, grab those. They're getting gobbled up, and we're going to have a ton of fun. Now let's get into the plays, everything you guys came for. Let's talk about them. I absolutely love these ones, drew them up perfectly, and I'll explain how they're a little bit different in this video. Now, first, we got Nikola Vucevic, the center for the Chicago Bulls, over 25.5 points and rebounds. And how is this different from a normal video? Well, sometimes we knock these down. In this video, I'm not going to knock any of these down. I'm going to let you do that if you want to make it a little bit safer. If you're willing to take the risk, I'm not your daddy. Go on ahead, do it. But I like every single line exactly where they're set. We're currently 3 for 4 with our plays from Wednesday, or Tuesday rather, where every single one of them would have cleared their actual line, and we knocked them down to play it safe. And the one we knocked down the most, James Harden, he's got 2 points in 15 minutes. Absolutely atrocious. Hopefully he picks it up here in the second half and clears that line. He can definitely score 18.5. I'm not really worried about that, but just absolutely crazy that James Harden only has 2 points in that game. Kawhi Leonard's got 13. They are losing, which I thought they would, but I thought James Harden would still produce for us. We'll see how it shakes out. But Nikola Vucevic, I love him for over 25.5. And here is exactly why. One, going up against Indiana. I don't think Indiana's big men can really hang with Vucevic. I don't think that they're really built for that. Vucevic is an absolute demon on the boards. And not to mention, if you guys have been here, if you guys have watched the videos, you know that I think the Chicago Bulls are kind of frauds, I guess you could say, but I actually like them in this game. They are the favorite in this game, minus 122 going into Indiana. The under over total is 237.5, one of the nicer, higher under over totals on the slate on Wednesday. So that bodes very, very well for the points. And I think that's going to bode even more so for the big man here, because like I said, he's going to crash the boards, and I think he gets about 20 points in this matchup. Love him for about 16 to 18 points, and then getting the rest on the boards. I think he easily breezes over 10 rebounds in this matchup. I just don't see Indiana's big man doing much against him. Now, as you can see, points allowed per game, the Pacers 24th in NBA, and rebounds allowed 20th in the NBA. So great stats there. Now, one worrisome stat here is that he has not topped this line against the Pacers. He only got 12 back in December, 24 back in November. I think this is where he finally gets his revenge, finally gets that green bar. I do not see him. He's one of the premier big men, especially on the board, in my opinion, in the NBA. And I just don't see him going 6 games in a row against this Indiana Pacers team and not getting a green bar. So I love him to do that in this matchup. He's averaging 27.6 over his last 10 game span. He's 6 of 10 as well. And as you can see here down below, a lot of the big men have been absolutely feasting. Chet Holmgren got 38 points and rebounds. We got Quita with 26, Luke Garza 14, Joel Embiid 39, big games. Derek Queen 26, and I think Vucevic is going to be another one on this list here with a green check next to his name after this game is finished. So we love Vucevic in this matchup. Think he's going to get tons of minutes, tons of board opportunities here. So we're taking him for over 25.5. And like I said, as far as this play and all of them go, you can knock them down a little bit. If you want to do 20, that would be pretty much a lock, in my opinion. 25 is set right where it needs to be, but I think he gets about 28 to 30 in this matchup. So I like Chicago on Wednesday. I like Nikola Vucevic on the boards in the paint. So we're taking him here over 25.5. Next, we're following that up with Knueppel from the Charlotte Hornets going up against the Memphis Grizzlies on Wednesday night, and we're taking it for over 23.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Now, The Grizzlies, they've been playing very, very good basketball. They've been winning a ton of games as of late, but I actually do kind of favor the Hornets in this matchup. Now, on the books here, the Hornets are favorited. It's a bit of a coin toss, -1.5 versus that +1.5. I do think the books, as far and me, can kind of see the regression from the Grizzlies coming. So I do think the Hornets might take that game. I'm leaning them for sure to win that one. And I think Knueppel is going to be a major factor. The under-over in that game is a nice 230.5, which again bodes well for the points and assists in this category here. Now, when you look at the matchup data here, points allowed 19th, rebounds allowed 20th, and assists allowed 18th. So pretty run-of-the-mill as far as points and assists to go. Favorable in the rebound department, but when you break it down to the small forward, it is even better. 22, 30, and 25. I think he's going to have a big day on the boards. I think he's going to get tons of assists, and I like him for points. I like him for about 15 to 16 points in here, maybe 18 on a really, really good night, and he'll eat up the rest of that with the rebounds and assists. I honestly don't even think he's going to need the assists to clear this line on Wednesday. I like him to have a big game where they're slight favorites, and I think they're going to show up in Memphis ready to play. So we're taking him for 23.5. He's done it in 7 of his last 10. He's averaging that 27.2 as well. So I love the line here. I do think it's going to go up by the time if you wait till tomorrow to lock this in, by the time that comes, I think it'll be like 24, 25. And those points really do matter at the end of the day. So go on ahead and get this one at 23.5. And once again, if you want to knock it down to 20, by all means, go ahead. It'll definitely be safer. Less is always better. But I like the payout where this one's set. So we're going with Knueppel, 23.5 PRA. And next, something that I don't think the books have corrected yet. Hachimura, since he's come back, his line has been super low every single game. And we're getting it for 12.5 points here on Wednesday versus the Cleveland Cavaliers, who are good, but they haven't been playing that good. So I do like Rue. I like the Western team versus the Eastern team in this matchup as well. And just a little slight update since I'm looking at the ESPN app tracking our free play from yesterday. James Harden went from 2 to 12 just in this little bit of time that I've been talking. So that's boding very, very well. Got a whole other half to get 8 points, and we should hopefully cash that for man. Now, back to Rue. I do like the Lakers in this matchup. I think they're absolutely red hot, and they're actually underdogs by 3.5 points in this matchup in Cleveland. Now, the home advantage is a little bit leaning towards Cleveland there, obviously, since they are at home. But I do like the Lakers. Think they've been playing tremendous basketball, and Luka Doncic has been absolutely unstoppable. If you wanted to add him to this format, he's not part of it. If you wanted to take him for whatever the hell they make his line for points, rebounds, and assists, by all means, because he is red hot. But I do think Rue's going to have another decent game here for him, and this 12.5 is just simply too low. The under-over, 234.5, which I'm leaning the over in this matchup. I think it's going to be an absolute shootout. Neither team plays really great defense, and Cleveland's defense in points allowed is 20th in the NBA. And when you break it down to that power forward position, they're 23rd in the NBA. And I think Rue's going to get even more minutes. His minutes have been going up game after game here since he's been back. And he seems to be fully healthy. Now, his average minutes per game is 24.3, but that takes into account all these other games where they were kind of working him back into the lineup. And as you can see here, it just about perfectly correlates with how many minutes he's been getting with how many points he's been scoring. And it's only been really going up besides this one little regression game here against Denver. And I do think he's going to have another sensational showing on Wednesday. I think 12.5 is just simply too low. It's almost laughable. And I like him for at least 15 minimum in this one. I wouldn't knock this one down. This is one of my favorite ones on the day. He's been playing some great basketball. So we're taking Rue here to go over 12.5 points against the Cleveland Cavaliers in what should be a shootout. And our 2.5 unit play, our big hammer play in premium is about to cash. Vanderbilt was absolutely free, 78 to 52. What a 80 to 52 now. It's an absolute ass kicking. Vanderbilt looks amazing right now. So that one should cash. And once again, another profitable night. I do wish we did better on the player props, but we were bound to regress a little bit in that player to prop department because we've been just about sweeping the board every single day when it comes to player props. And we've just been doing fucking so well. It's insane, which it's the standard on this channel and in premium, so it's not really too far-fetched or too out of the ordinary for this to happen where we just completely dominate the books week after week. But back to the play. Sorry, I get sidetracked. I got 100 screens in front of me right now. Games are still going on. Like I said, I'm shooting this a little bit earlier because, well, I just want to get to bed. Unlike a lot of creators or channels that you might watch, I live on the East Coast, so I have to do this later than most. Now, LeBron James, over 5.5 rebounds. Why am I taking LeBron James here in this spot? Well, one, he's been doing great on the boards. He's averaging 7.1 over this 10-game span. He's 6 of his last 10 as well. And when you look at Cleveland Cavaliers, their rebounds allowed 16th in a game. Not that crazy. When you go to small forwards, 13th in the NBA. Not that crazy. But the expected lineup is not supposed to be there. I almost took Jack LaRiva because he is the power forward on paper, but the expected lineup and what they've been running since the injury to Austin Reeves, they've been running LeBron at the 4 a lot. So I like him. And when you dive into the power forward position, they are 25th in rebounds allowed in the NBA. And when you break it down here, not a lot of green checks in the small forward department. Now, granted, LeBron is actually really good on the boards. Even in his old age, he's still clapping the board every single game. But when you go to power forwards, it's even better. 10, 5, 5. Not a lot of data there, but I just think LeBron, he's going to have a sensational day on the boards. I like him for assists as well, but we're going to go with the rebounds here. His normal line is 7.5, so this is the only one I knocked down a little bit just because I don't know if he's going to be playing small forward. I don't know if he's going to be in the 3 or the 4 yet. It's a little bit early, but I still like him, even if he's at the 3 position, to still come away with at least 6 rebounds in this matchup. Like I said, shootout. I think there's going to be tons and tons of opportunities here for him. So I like him for over 5.5. And those are the 4 player props that we are locking in for Wednesday. Like I said, if you wanted to add Luka Doncic at just about whatever number they come up with, go on ahead. The dude's on a sensational run right now. If he keeps it up, he will easily walk away with MVP, in my opinion. So you could add that, or you could go on Sleeper, use code FFAPE, and you can get a free square to add to this play. It might be Luka Doncic to score just 1 point. You get that when you use code FFAPE on top of the free $20, on top of the $100 deposit match, on top of the 30 free days of premium. So take advantage before the NFL season runs out. Why do I say that? I've been saying in the past couple of videos. I'll say it really, really quick. But when the NFL season ends, all these apps are going to pretty much slice their let me take a breath. They're going to slice their promotions in half. Why? Because the NFL season is the biggest betting season of the year. And these books want more clients. They just want more people on their books, so they offer more. Once the NFL season's over with, they're probably going to slash them right down in half. You probably won't get that money up front without depositing. So take advantage now. Get on in there. Get on Sleeper because you're going to end up there anyway. So you might as well do it and get some free money and deposit matches out of it. And it's great to diversify. One of the best things that you can do in your career, not only is to take that free money from the books, but also to diversify because each one has different things. They're all competing in this space. So different books on different nights will have discounted lines. They'll have profit boosts, all that good stuff. So make sure you're using more than one book. Even if you don't use my code, make sure you're using more than one book. But why the hell would you use my code? Now let's get over to the sports books. I want to break down a play for you guys. I love this play. It's a plus money play. Let's talk about it. Let's see what we have cooked up. Now we're taking the Lakers straight up money line. And you can lock this one in for free on Onyx Odds. You get that free $15. When you deposit $10, you get another $200, $225 in your account with only depositing $10, all when you sign up with code FFAPE. So make sure you take advantage. You get that free 30-day as well. But the Lakers, why do I like them? I've already spoke about it. They're big men in Cleveland. Just do not impress me. I think the Lakers, DeAndre Ayton's going to have a day. LeBron James is going to have a day. Luka Doncic is going to go off. If you wanted to take the over in this game, go on ahead. If you wanted to take Lakers plus 3.5, go on ahead. But I like the Lakers plus money here early Wednesday so we can see exactly how it shakes out before the next video. And just simply because I like them in this matchup. Now, I'll be building a cheat sheet as well tomorrow where a lot of them, I'm already looking ahead, are not going to be the favorites. I think the books are making a big mistake on Wednesday, and I love what I'm seeing. There's going to be a lot of plus monies on that cheat sheet. We might take them with points just to be safe, but I think there's a lot of errors on the book for Wednesday. So make sure you're getting the Winnable to get that free cheat sheet at the very least, because it is worth its weight in gold. Now, let's get on over. As you can see here, we had them plus 8.5. It's 54-53. Now, I do think the Clippers are going to pull ahead a little bit in the second half. That's typically what happens, but I love that for us. We had the Pistons as well. They just won. We had the Suns, who are tied, so hopefully they get it done for us and pull it off. That might be the only loss, the Phoenix Suns there, because we did have them beating the Brooklyn Nets. There's 4 minutes left in that game, so plenty of time for them to get it together, but they were up pretty big. So let's hope that the Suns can now go on a run. But that's what we have for you for the free video on Wednesday. Thank you guys for all your time, support. I really do appreciate it. Wouldn't be a channel without you guys. So let's keep cooking. Let's keep having fun, and let's get into this Wednesday. I hope you cash all your bets, even if you didn't get them from me.